All right, let's see. A solution for me getting on. Vince has a solution.
Make me some juice.
For getting on planes and having bad meals. Now, All right, we'll see what it is. See what his solution is. Vince, 38, Utah.
Yes, sir. Aceman, get it on.
Yeah, last time I flew first class, I got gummy bears and a little packet of Oreos that had 2 Oreos in it and like some weird generic jerky stick. Like it was
golden jerky.
It was something that you would hand out to detainees at Guantanamo, like when they were being processed. Right.
It's kindergarten snack. Gummy
and if they served it once you were processed at Guantanamo and just became a prisoner in Guantanamo, if they served that every night for dinner, that place would be on fire.
It would be a war crime.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a box of carbohydrates, and you kind of hit the nail on the head in that a lot of these airlines now, they kind of always never wanted to do a lot of food, and they're using this sort of as one of those reasons to curb that. And I wanted to introduce you to a service. It's called AtYourGate, and to be fully upfront, I work for the company. I'm an executive with them, but we are essentially Uber Eats inside the airport.
No free plugs, Nick.
Wow,
that's interesting.
So you can use our app AtYourGate, and so we're in like I think 12 to 13 airports now. We're growing like crazy because everybody wants to be able to use our service. You launch the app when you're at LAX or JFK or Denver, Minneapolis, Salt Lake City, and then basically go through all the restaurants that are in the airport. You build your order just like you're used to doing with, an Uber Eats app or a DoorDash, and then one of our fully staffed brand ambassadors will go pick that food up and hand it to you as you board your plane.
Wow.
You got all the buzzwords, Nick.
So you literally just have people, I mean, quite literally sort of wandering around or like standing by in the airport. How do they get past security and stuff to bring people their food?
They're like probably coded as a food worker, right?
Is that right?
Yeah, exactly. So we have a specific type of badging. It's called SIDA badging. So, the kind of difference that you see between Uber Eats, they're 1099 employees. All of our other employees in the airport are W-2 because they have to have a full 10-year life, living and work background check, fingerprint status. So that's what allows them to freely go in and out of TSA.
Wow.
So a big thing that you'll see is people ordering from other terminals. So they don't have access to even get over to another type of food that they may want. So we can go inter-terminal.
Nick, do they have, do your employees have like golf carts? So, I mean, that's a long way to go if you want Chick-fil-A and it's over in Terminal 8, for example.
So in some airports, we actually have these semi-autonomous robots that are pretty freaking cool that will follow our brand ambassador. So let's say there's a large delay and we have to have like 20 meals delivered at once. We can have the robots assist in carrying all that. And it's a pretty cool thing to see in the airport.
Yeah, until that Chinese satellite weaponizes the robots inside of JFK. And there's only one man. Bruce Willis is the only. He's an old mechanic.
That's right.
Working on biplanes, wrenching on a biplane. Never trusted those robots.
Oh, I don't like this at all. I'm looking at the picture.
BB-8.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know.
Exactly.
How's this work with the latest FAA thing where they want to weigh everyone before they get on the plane?
Oh, yeah, not good. Also, what's your time guarantee? Some people got to get on that plane.
Sure. It's 25 to 30 minutes generally, especially if we're in the same terminal as the food is coming from. And so it's pretty awesome. And if you'll allow me, I'd love to make a coupon code called Adam. Any user can use it, and their first delivery will be free. It'll be on us. Use code Adam at the checkout, and we want to make sure that everybody is has the choice of what they want to eat. It is,
it's an interesting phenomenon. So, stadiums, baseball stadiums, football stadiums, they used to have just crappy stadium food. Peanuts. You got what they had. Now you can get your Jody Maroney sausages and all your favorite burgers and all that kind of stuff. But it's kind of interesting that airports, you didn't used to get your pick of the litter. Now there's all these brands and all this good eats inside. As the cuisine in the airport is getting better, the cuisine on the plane is turned to shit.
Right.
So
Exactly.
when in the 70s, first class had a cart with lobster and filet mignon and everything
Silverware.
on it. And silverware and everything else. And so that was like the experience. Remember 10 minutes ago when you were figuring out what you wanted to eat, like you want the chicken, you want the fish, you want the steak
The
or
plot of
whatever.
Airplane.
Bygone days.
Right. And the airport didn't have much to eat. Now the airport's got the good stuff. And ironically, people are walking past it to get onto an airplane with no food.
I
Yes.
love this idea, Nick. I mean, we're joking around a lot, but this is a great. First of all, it's not like the food truck where you're taking away business from the people who paid a ton of money to put their business in. Like Garagos has like a airport restaurant, right? Like he would love this because people are like, oh, now I don't have to wait in line, I don't have to sit down, I can just order it and get on the plane. Like this feels like a win-win.
Yeah, I completely.
For sure. It's incremental sales for them.
Yeah, no, I do. And also, I can't tell you the number of times I've passed the line for the McDonald's or the Chick-fil-A going, I could go for something, but
Yeah, time.
I don't want to stand in line. I got to get to the gate.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah. To that point, too, Adam, you can actually order for pickup, too. So if you see a huge line, you could order and then just go pick it up yourself. And pretty soon, we're going to have a feature where you can pre-order. So if you know you're going to be departing on a particular flight, you put your flight number in. You're leaving at you're leaving at an MST, and you know you're going to be at D4. You can order the night before and have a coffee and a bagel sandwich waiting for you as you get on the plane. You don't even have to think about it.
It's a smart solution to a common problem.
Now, do most people bring it onto the plane, I imagine?
Probably.
There's a combination. They'll either eat, at the gate, if it's a family and maybe they found an outlet. The nickname for them is gate huggers. They go there way too early and then they sit there and they look around and there's nothing to eat. So they'll possibly eat before they board. But a lot of people do eat on the plane. And then another interesting thing is we work with the airlines. We feed a lot of pilots. A pilot will use, or a co-pilot or somebody in the in-flight team will make an order while they're using the in-flight Wi-Fi. And because of our badging, we can walk down the ramp and give them their food during their turn, and they can eat whatever they want instead of running around the airport and trying to find something in the time they're on the ground.
You're a smart man.
I don't like to see the pilots like at the Wendy's carb loading.
No.
It's like that guy's going to get.
Yeah, that's like seeing your teacher outside of school.
He's going to need
like
to take a nap in about 90 minutes when we get over Florida.
No
I don't
good.
like it. Well,
Like
thanks.
that Man Show bit where you guys were all wasted in the airport dressed as pilots.
Bit.
That's right. Thanks, Vince.
Bit, right.
I appreciate it. And
I said Nick. I'm sorry, Vince.
it could happen. It's so crazy. I don't utilize anything. All I use is Waze, basically. But there's a fucking app for everything now.
Don't you love a good solution to like a pervasive problem?
And I like it when it's not, stealing from Peter to pay Paul. Like I like you're not hurting the McDonald's or the Wendy's. Like, when back to Garagos, when Garagos has his restaurant in downtown and the food truck pulls up in front of his restaurant, I get it. He's paying taxes and staff and everything else, and I don't like that. But this is win-win.